From deep, it's Hudson. Stopped at the 17. He's probably second-guessing that return. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. The question becomes, will they take the next step?
Well, you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that, to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a...
And he's got room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Coleman Williams.
Winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Jumped on top of the line.
We love to see that from the defense, right? It's like men don't break. They give up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now they're getting down close to field goal range. You're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
To throw, it's Hammond. Left side, it's Johnson. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the red zone, it's Joyner. Could be an alley. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's Joyner. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left wing for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
That ball skips through the end zone. And they'll take over at the 45-yard line. Changing the play. Fresh center downs going to the air. Working that left side. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. Under pressure. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to Snaps it in the shotgun. Unloads to the wideout. Over the middle, it's Smith. Snowed under by the defense.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's not. Big pickup on that one. Now knocking out at the 40.
Anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And the Mustangs come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Moving the pocket, it's Jennings. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion.
Stopped right there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the ground with the counter. Couldn't find a lane. They pick up a 1 to the 31.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. Now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end. They create negative plays and takeaways.
Look out! That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational. Dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback changing the play. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got 1 touchdown on the day, and I imagine they'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be for this defense.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Throws quickly. Touchdown, Red Raider! A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start bringing the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sets his feet. It's Jennings. Here comes the heat. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Yeah, I like the aggressive.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on 4th. Inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Tackle then brought down right at the 3-yard line. Good coverage there. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Fresh set of downs going up top. Snagged in the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They are dialed in on this plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Straight ahead, it's Williams. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they do.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in the elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. This offense, I know they got a new QB. To me, it starts on the ground.
It does. I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic, is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. You just mentioned the 2 guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the road. And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season. But you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Finds his target down the middle. Makes a catch, but goes no further. That'll be a short pickup on that one.
It's an offense. We're always going to take completions with incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable than honestly.
3rd and long. Coming up. From the gun. Wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the runner.
Leaves it in his belly. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw. It's Jennings. Looking to the big tight end. And the big game. They've got it on the 46. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Drops back on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires through middle.
Guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Second down, gonna throw it. Makes the grab on the left. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Oh, pressure's coming. And he'll just get rid of that.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The give is to Williams. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. He now has 61 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Throws to the tight end. Timed it perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to work guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was in that last one.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Jumps his way for more. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Out wide right, it's Lee. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a touchdown lead at 14. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with Florida Atlantic taking on the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Owls coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. you'd have to think a bowl invite is on the way. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Changing the routes with his receiver. Wide receiver going in motion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And he's got it at the 30. That's where they'll mark him down. But what a play there to pick up a first down. The Mustangs build off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on first. He's not afraid to go deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time. And an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step back.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. They're all over it. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They've got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And the Mustangs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball with some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here. And what
right now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Making the adjustment. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. That's a fly. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. As a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
He now has 84 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing it. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground with the counter. Shakes off the defender. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. Brought down. If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Finds his target. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short. You've got to think on offense. You've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
This drive will start with the 19-yard line. Making the adjustment on the play. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it down the field. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
If you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Line getting set on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Pulls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Lost to throw again. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Here's Quentin one more time. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
From the gun, it's Joyner. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Quentin Joyner. There he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a crease. Pass to Six. There's a crease. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there are still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run.
The give as they work on that clock. Stumped out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes out to stop and get a little momentum.
Over 100 yards already in this game, so if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch of the Rangers are hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Rush right in his face. What a job just to get rid of that one.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game, but in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Rush is on! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. He's changing the play. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Needs it here on fourth down. Fires to the right. Still moving at the 40. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Drops back on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He wants to throw it again. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude can throw it to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Right side is Smith. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Mustangs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Back to throw, it's Jennings. That's a good goal. SMU. And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the end?
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They'll ride him again. Turning it on. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so the offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
SMU spends his second timeout here. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Jennings. He's taking the deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play, and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back,
their third and final timeout. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee.